I don't know how to play the violin, but I do know how to give a business report. And in said business report, I have been charged by my business teacher to create a media report containing references to 10 articles collected online. I need to point out the key business issues in each article. So, for the first one, by Juliet Jowett from The Guardian, Friday, 12th of November 2010. The first article is about water distribution businesses, such as Norton. According to the article, prices of water increased at least tenfold. Not only does this affect the Norton water business, it affects any business that uses water distribution or water to simply sell its product. Like, since every creature on Earth uses water to survive, you'd think it would be expensive. But apparently the expenses are crushing these companies we need. Not just water distribution, things like agriculture and mining and stuff. The main issue in this article is the increasing of everyday costs. And the second article, by Terry McAllister, from theguardian.co.uk, Sunday 4th of March 2012. This second article is about the well-known devastating oil spill made by the BP oil company. It was caused when the base support of an oil well broke, causing the entire structure to collapse, spilling thousands of barrels of oil. Not only is this bad news for the environment, obviously, it causes a nightmare for any business owner. The subject of the news for the next few months will be the company's failure and how you stuffed up. The company BP almost went bankrupt from the incursion, and an estimated $18 billion went into just cleaning up the spill that they made, let alone illnesses and damages caused to citizens and workers nearby. The issue of this article is human error, which so often accompanies high-risk jobs. Now, the third article, Fleet Operators Unprepared for Stricter Charges in London's Low Emission Zone, by Will Nichols, 30th of December 2011. For any small business owner, such as a contractor or sole trader, large unnecessary fees can destroy your company. In this article, due to emission issues over London, every vehicle has to be fitted with an expensive exhaust filter that will limit CO2 emissions. It's a very expensive filter. The comment section of the video was in outrage. There are many ways to solve the environmental issues, and this one is a bad suggestion. You need to minimize the impact your solution has on people's lives, because people are incredibly petty, and any shift from their regular life that inconveniences them will cause you to lose all credibility. The issue in this article is taxes and unnecessary costs to small businesses. Now, the fourth article is about a well-known business in Australia called Fletcher Jones. It's been operating for 93 years. This was written by AAP, December 08, 2011 at 9:14 AM. Very precise. The well-known Australian retail clothing company Fletcher Jones has recently declared bankruptcy. The CEO declared that it was due to crushing rent, which is 1.5 times normal over the weekend, which is when most people that go to buy clothes go into the store. Drove the company down slowly. They also blamed the simple cost of property for their loss. The internet has created an incredibly easy way to market companies' produce without even having to pay for a property. A domain name is paltry compared to the brick-and-mortar establishment. Fletcher Jones is not the only company being hit like this. Many have been declared bankrupt because they are unable to support themselves. This article is about advancement of technology rendering companies' current methods obsolete. Now, the fifth article is 5 Signs Your Small Business is in Trouble, by Diane Buckner, CBC News, posted December 1st, 2011 at 9:50 AM. The main point of this article is that when a company loses one of its most important clients and the company is crippled, they have obviously done something wrong. Companies need to branch out in order to survive. They need to grow, they need to flourish. But this company kind of just stayed in the same state that it always stayed, and it died horribly. The main problem in this article is when a company doesn't spread out and grow, it dies. Now, the sixth article, asking for trouble. Why top corporations are paying ethical hackers to blitz their security systems, by Stephen Pritchard. The issue balances out nicely with the last one. When some people in a society acquire skills that allow them to get past barriers that stop everyone else, they will exploit the pants off of any company they can. The main point of this article is to show that a business is trying to modernize its security by using the hackers that can break through a company and learning how they do it. To successfully block an attack, they use the hackers' skills against them. The issue in this article is acting of criminals to steal from a company, and I mean actual assets, not piracy like in the movie industry. Now the 7th article, 300 million more from taxpayers to save car jobs, by Neil Wilson. From the Herald Sun, February 27th, 2012. Recent. In this article, the owner of Holden is saying that rather than the $100 million economic boost, they actually need a $300 million economic boost. The high value of the Australian dollar meant that import and export were unnecessarily expensive for Holden and were driving the company down, also meaning that the company has to remain domestic focused. The company falls behind others who have competition and a larger target market. The issue in this article is that a lack of growth and export have slowly brought the company into a decline. Now, the 8th article. From The Correspondence in Frankfurt, from AFP, February 27th, 2012. In this article, the flights of an airline business have been interrupted for several days due to large amounts of employees striking. The CEO claimed that the union's demands for pay rises were too unreasonable. These sorts of things can cause a nightmare for companies, because every moment you don't give in is millions of dollars flushed down the toilet, and when you finally capitulate, you will still be losing money from the employees' high demands. The issue in this article is the high demand of the Australian worker, which so often makes people hire other nationalities due to lower wage demands. Now, the 9th article. Fashion industry facing a run for its money. Mark Hawthorne and Stephanie Crafty, February 25th, 2012. In this article, we hear tell of the fashion industry not hitting the spot like it used to. I believe this is because the fashion industry has been growing in a way that stifles what people actually want, and fashion has simply come to mean a random assortment of fabrics and clothing cobbled together in a strange fashion to the liking of a gender-confused individual, or something a bit like that. The issue in this article is obsolescence, where the product a company sells is no longer needed by any of the consumers. Some article that wasn't referenced properly in Wikipedia. In this final article, an agriculture company is struggling to continue producing its products due to this regular Australian climate. The agriculture industry is one of Australia's most important. It is our main export product and it's pretty much irreplaceable. So hearing that it's in jeopardy through the climate is big news, mostly because there's nothing we can do to change the climate, except, pollute a lot, but that's not the solution, guys. The main problem in this article is pretty much Mummy Nature having a go at us, which happens to many different industries. That concludes the 10 articles. Thank you for watching.